'Cause I only want you to love me. Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again on this Thursday. It's technically game day for somebody, right? I think the Jaguars are playing tonight. I forgot who they're playing, but yeah, Jaguars are playing tonight. So I'm gonna do my live stream tonight just to talk to you guys. It ain't got nothing to do with the game. Because again, I'm still trying to stay on my Thursday schedule, at least for now, because everybody else has all the days taken. Mark has Monday and Friday. Law Nation and the late night hype, they got Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and I just I'm trying to get in where I fit in. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the lower YouTuber of all of them. I'm like the little brother, even though I'm older than some of them. But it is what it is. Um, I do want to say before I start this video, I ain't gonna lie. Having YouTube is very stressful. You try not to let like the negativity get to you, but I ain't gonna lie. And I'm transparent as hell because of this COVID stuff going around and everything like that, and me just getting back to work. I'm off now, but I just want to do this video while I was here alone. I just feel like it's the stress that gets to you sometimes, and sometimes you have a moment of weakness. You know what I mean? Like, and normally I don't care what anybody says about me. I don't, because again, I go by a creed that, like, if you ain't doing certain things in my life, then your opinion don't matter. But with this COVID going on and the things that I've been going through in my personal life lately and the struggles that I'm having right now, I just sometimes you get a moment of weakness. But that's why you guys see me skating all the time, because that's my therapy. I got to get back to that and doing that, because again, my mental health and my health is more important than anything. Just like with anybody else, I'm trying to better my life, do the things that I need to do to survive out here, because it's hard. And like I said, as my subscribers, my loyal people, I try to keep you guys in my prayers as well, and I hope you guys do the same for me. Because we're supposed to be a family. This is what we are. But sometimes I feel like I have a moment where I'm like, you know what? Do I still want to do this YouTube thing? Like, but I'm not gonna lie, it's hard, but I know that I got enough of you guys that like support me, to help keep me going, and I really appreciate your support. So with that support, I do want to say that I finally got my memberships done. It's all up and running. You should see it on the video, every video that I have now. The join button, just like you see on Mark's channel. I did my little welcome post or whatever. So those of you that do apply for the membership for my channel, you will see that when you come in. I'll talk more about the memberships and stuff tonight in the live stream. You can do your memberships anytime you want to the channel. It's really up to you. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, how much you guys support me. But I will say this. I thank each and every one of you guys for being here, and that's that. Now, to get into football, before I get into the Cowboys stuff, I just want to say this. I forgot to talk about it in the last video. I don't know if you guys heard, and I just thought it was a really crazy situation because, of course, this is a Cowboy channel, but I like to talk about some of the other teams and some of the stuff that they're dealing with too, just so you guys understand that, like, Cowboys ain't the only team that going through stuff right now. Just so you know. I know some of you guys have heard, some of you guys that did actually do research yourself. You know, Tyrod Taylor, the quarterback for the Chargers. You know that Justin, they drafted Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's been looking pretty good, right? So you know that you're a veteran. You're trying to get the job there as the starting quarterback. You got a young guy in Justin Herbert there. He had like a rib injury or whatever. So, they give these guys cortisone shots and stuff before the game, the ones that have ailments and pains, issues, so they can get through the game. So the medical doctor for the Chargers gave Tyrod Taylor the shot in his ribs, right? But for whatever reason, he went too deep and he punctured his lung. You're supposed to be a medical doctor for an NFL team. How do you accidentally puncture his lung when you're giving him a shot for his ribs? Something about that don't seem right. So my thing is like I don't know enough about the NFLPA and the players union and stuff like that, but that's got to be a lawsuit because he wasn't able to be active for the game. He wasn't able to fight for his position to start in the game. Now Justin Herbert's playing. It's almost like that situation between Romo and Dak, where like Romo got injured, Dak came in and did so well that the team wanted, because when your team starts to have chemistry with a certain quarterback and y'all start winning with that quarterback, you don't want to backtrack and take that back, even though you want the other quarterback to be that spot. You got to let it ride out the way it is. So Justin Herbert did play pretty well in the game, and I think they won that last game. But what's really messed up for Tyrod Taylor is that, now that his lungs collapsed, now he's got to get medical treatment for that. And I'm pretty sure because of the team doctors messed up, he's not going to the team doctor to get that checked out for his rib because of what they did to him. So that's a really messed up situation to be in as a player. Because then you got to figure out, you got to deal with your lawyers, you got to deal with your agent, you got to deal with the NFLPA, so you got to figure out what's going on. That's going to be a payout. But what I feel like it does, though, it kind of messes up his situation because it's like, are you going to stay on the Chargers? You're going to be a backup for Herbert? Because the whole plan was for Tyrod Taylor to win out to be the quarterback now. Justin Herbert was drafted for future. Same situation with Dallas and Romo and Dak. Romo never got his spot back. He ended up retiring probably sooner than he thought he would. So it's just a really messed up situation, and one of those rare situations that a player can't control. So I just wonder when I heard about the situation, I wanted to talk about it to see what you guys thought about it because I don't know what he would do in that situation. I really don't. That's really interesting. But anyway, back to Dallas Cowboys. So just some more updates and things of that nature. It's just like the injury bug is all over the place, and it ain't stopping at the Dallas Cowboys, apparently. Trayvon Diggs came out with an injury, shoulder injury, but it doesn't seem too serious, though. I'm pretty sure he's going to play in the game this week because he did practice today. So I think that he's going to play. They said that Tyron Smith is going to be a game day decision. I think that with Tyron Smith, like I said in the last video, I think that they're probably going to keep him out again because they want him to be fully healthy when he comes back because they don't want to risk re-injuring. Because you know that you're going to get Lyle after this game. And I think that they really like Brandon Knight. They like what Brandon Knight showed last game, and they want to keep him in there. Terrence Steele, maybe not so much, but they're probably going to keep him in as well to just gain his confidence. Because like I told you guys before, this last staff was not playing certain players. If you don't play a player that's a backup, they never get their confidence up. So us fans are sitting here thinking that player sucks when they really don't. Perfect example, Dalton Schultz. Even when Blake Jarwin first came to the scene, didn't nobody know that he could be tight end one. He became tight end one, and everybody was expecting him to do something. Then he gets that injury, tears his ACL, he's done for the year. Next man up mentality. Told you guys about that. You got Dalton Schultz right there. He had a couple of good passes in the game. He finally had his first career touchdown. Now, for him to be on the team for the last 3 years and just now getting his first touchdown, that's terrible. But this new coaching staff is doing different things, and I'm telling you, I just think that I think this coaching staff is better than the last one? Definitely better. But you also have to understand too that this staff does different things. They don't know these players like Garrett's regime did. So it's almost like they're learning them and understanding what they're doing. See, as a coach, you could come in, evaluate your players on tape, but it's different when you see them in person because they may not be able to do some of the things you're asking. And I think that our deficiencies on defense has to do a lot with not having an off-season program, the time, and then 3, I think that Nolan, the way Nolan runs his defense, he likes a very aggressive front and back end. These guys are still learning the scheme. So for them to be, they're having mental lapses. So they're trying to understand what their main job is to do without sacrificing the integrity of the game. Now, and I think that's the biggest issue right now. You got guys like D-Law and Everson Griffin that are not used to standing up and rushing. These are three-point stands defensive ends. So I think that the team and Mike Nolan probably went back and was like, you know what? We need to slide it back a taste. We need to scale it down a bit. Maybe get some of these guys that are standing up in our system now to go back to three-point stands and try to figure it out. And I think that if they do that, if they are considering doing that, from what I heard, I think that would be beneficial to them, because at the end of the day, it's going to show what this defense can really do. Like, we sit back as fans and we, annihilate the team on why they're not doing this and why they're not doing this. Some of you guys want D-Law out of here, but I really think that it's just a situation with the scheme, him trying to learn what his task is, and him trying to mesh with his new teammates. Because again, there was no preseason games to come out and implement that. So if you're not playing exhibition games to show some of those looks, you don't have anything. It's different from practicing a live game. You can't do some of the things in practice that you would do in a live game. It doesn't work like that. And then some of you guys are like, oh, we need Francis Bernard out there. We need Regis Robinson out there. Obviously, these coaches and scouts know more than I do, because, again, they feel like those players are not ready. Now, just because you see them doing well in training camp and doing different that doesn't mean that it equates to a real live NFL game. They think a lot of Francis Bernard. That's why he's still on the team. That's why they protected him on the practice squad. He ain't going nowhere. But my thing is this. I think that they want him to develop more and then bring him out when it's time to. They are going to utilize the guys they have now, and I love what they're doing with their backups. They're allowing their backups to get more playing time. Joe Thomas ain't never had this much play time under Jason Garrett. But now that, even when Leighton Vander Esch was hurt before, they didn't put him in. They put Justin March in front of him. But the fact that, like, all of a sudden we're seeing what Joe Thomas can do, it's like, okay, well, damn, I didn't know he was that good. And everybody said that. So understand when I'm telling you guys, I ain't telling you no lies. You guys talk about, I hate when people comment and be like, well, you're making excuses. No, I'm speaking facts because I know football and I understand the game. I played football. So you got to understand that I'm not thinking from a fanboy perspective. I'm thinking from how the game works. And visualizing myself on that field and visualizing how I would feel if I'm on a football team, right, and I'm not getting any play time. I'm probably gonna play like crap if I first come in after not really doing much for that team in a live game, because I'm not used to that. So, I mean, it's different variables to that. I told you guys, this year you're gonna see this team get better and better as the weeks go by. That's it. Real quick, I'm gonna talk more about it in the matchup video, but I just want to clarify real quick. This game right here is gonna really show Dak Prescott's grit going up against Seattle like this. You got to shout out to Russell Wilson on what he's doing right now and how he's taking over that team. Dak Prescott is now getting the reins and taking over for Dallas as well, getting more opportunities to do more of his own thing on the field. To prove that he's the franchise quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, we've played pretty well against Seattle for the last couple of years, but I think that, you look at what Seattle did to the Patriots and you're just like, oh, they threw that ball deep. And it looks like, Pete Carroll listened to what some of the fans and what the media was talking about, like, oh, you need to let him air it out. Okay, let him air it out. They're not going to be able to run the ball on us. But they're going to try to air it out and throw it over our heads. So Trayvon, Darryl Worley, Brandon Carr, anybody who they have out there, Jordan Lewis, they all got to work because Awuzie is on IR. So these guys got to get it in. They got to work. They got to hand fight, and then they got to not get burnt by these DBs. Now, Trayvon Diggs, great guy. Everybody loves him. I love him too. But you got to understand, he is a rookie. He's going to make rookie mistakes. That Falcons game really taught him a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure you won't see him making mistakes like that again, getting burnt by Julio like that. Sometimes you have to let a player make a mistake and actually go into the game so you can trust them more. Because again, if a player doesn't get to play, you don't know what he can do. You don't know how he can mentally fix that in his head and get better. If you ever played the sport, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You go out there and get embarrassed on a play, you're like, you know what, that's not gonna happen again. I know what I could do. And then you're following what he's doing and you're looking at tape of this guy and you're seeing what he could do. And then when you're playing him in real life, it's like, okay, I have a first hand obligation with this guy, so I already know how I want to play this particular DB. You look at DK Metcalf. That's a big dude. A big, strong. He's like a wide receiver. He's a wide receiver in tight end body. And he runs like a 4.33. Ooh, good luck with that. So I feel like we're gonna have to be on our A game, and we gotta rush this passer. That's how you gonna get to Russell Wilson. But that's all I have right now, guys. Tune into my live stream tonight. I'm gonna do it. I don't know if Mark's going on, so it really depends on Mark, because Mark likes to take my days sometimes too. But like he already got his 2 days. I mean, I ain't taking my third day, but whatever. If he live streams when the game starts, then I'm gonna tell him like, look, I'm getting on at halftime, but I'll be on at 9 o'clock. So I know the game starts at like 8:20, but I'm not worried about the game. So it's talking to you guys. So I'm gonna get on at 9. Guys, check out the live stream tonight. You'll see that the membership tab is there with the join button. Check out my community tab or whatever. You'll see, my notes on there. So with that being said, guys, it's your boy E2 Blue. Always keep it real. Talk to y'all soon.